Problem number 7, here we have one more time a quotient rule. We have sine x divided by x cubed. So if we call the numerator, call sine x f, and then x cubed, we call it g. So f prime is the derivative of sine x, which is cosine x. G prime is the derivative of x cubed, which is 3x squared. We can just put the terms together. So this is f prime times g minus f times g prime divided by g squared. In the numerator, we can factor an x squared. So we get x times cosine x from the first term here. And from the second term, we get minus 3 sine x. We cancel x to the 6. Here x squared. In the denominator, x to the 4th is left, and the numerator stays as x times cosine x minus 3 sine x. The next problem, number 8, we have the function is actually cotangent. So let's derive the derivative for cotangent. So cotangent is cosine divided by sine. We can apply the quotient rule, the derivative of the numerator f. So if we call this f and sine x g, so f prime is the derivative of cosine, which is minus sine. The derivative of sine is cosine x. So when we put it together, this is f prime times g minus f g prime divided by g squared. We simplify it and then factor a minus 1 from the terms in the numerator, so you get sine squared plus cosine squared, which we know is 1. So the numerator is minus 1, and in the denominator we have sine squared. So minus 1 over sine squared, that's a minus cosecant squared. And in fact, this is the derivative of cotangent. Last problem, number 9. This is a general form of a function in the numerator where the derivative is 0. So this is, in this case, is 1, but it could be any number. The derivative of that number would be 0. And in the denominator, we have any functions, g of x. So if we call this our f, again, in this case is 1, but it could be any constant. The derivative of that constant is 0. And when we apply the quotient rule, f prime 0 times g, so this whole thing is 0, minus f times g prime divided by g squared. So this is minus g prime times g prime of x, and then the denominator is g of x, this whole function squared.